and I have completed my MBA in 2019. So I faced a lot of interviews, PIs, and during my graduation or master degrees, I've did you can say attended lots of GDs in my college and in my classes in times. So here I am. So this is me. We'll start with the introductions. Sudhanshu, we'll start with you.
Yeah, hi Tanveer.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm Sudhanshu from Rajgangpur, Odisha. I've just completed my graduation in 2019. I've worked ex of more than 1 years. Then I
Okay.
went into prep for MBA. Now after CAT, I'm not very hopeful about the CAT results, but I'm very hopeful about the ZAT. So I'm here
Okay.
trying to prepare for the GDPI.
Okay. And what about you, Kushi? Kushi, am I audible to you?
Kushi, can you hear us? I guess that Kushi's network is bad, or maybe she is not available right now. So you can continue with the overall ideas.
So, Sudhanshu, as you mentioned that you have a 1 year experience, right?
Yeah,
So, we'll start with the PI one. So, I guess you have, faced the PI round, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The HR recruiters. So, tell me how your, experience while you face that interview. What kind of questions they ask and how reply with your good answer or you know tackle with the tricky questions.
So what I have observed is that while introducing myself, if I put in a lot of input in front of them, then the PI gets
Right.
more tricky. If it's plain and
Yes.
simple, then the PI is very smooth.
Yes. Sometimes you have to see. Sometimes the recruiters, thinking that you might give a lot of input to them so that they can, ask a very interesting question
Yeah, yeah,
regarding you, right? So might be tricky sometimes, but it maybe sometimes it's helpful to get to your HR to get to know you that how better you are right now or how better candidate you are from the rest
yeah,
of
yeah.
the others, right? So see, keeping simple and sorted, that is fine. But the thing is that how you tackling that answer or the questions, right? Suppose maybe for which post you have applied or you worked in.
I worked as a digital marketing associate.
Okay, so there might be a question they would ask you that suppose you have your superior asks you that this is a content which we want to go on live and we want almost 100K likes
Yeah,
in a day.
yeah.
So you need to create a you know marketing
Campaign.
strategy,
Okay.
strategy and campaign, start a campaign with lots of creativity and the attractions.
Yeah.
So how will you proceed that?
First of all, it's very likely that I'll get in touch with the creative team of ours, and it will take some effort, and we'll put in effort to create a creative campaign and target it to the right audience. If we are given a target of 100K likes,
Yeah.
that is not a large amount of likes considered in today's generation, where like likes you can easily get 100K likes if the audience is rightly targeted.
Right. But the place. the place of
Yeah.
you have targeting, like whether it is Facebook or you're targeting the
Yeah.
Instagram's audience, right? So here you can add a live example to be more confident, or showing that adding some live example will help you uh, to be a confident candidate from the
Yeah.
rest
Yeah.
of the others, right? And it will be help you to crack that PI. So you can add a live example like recently Zomato.
Yeah.
You saw that where the intern is hired after getting 50K likes.
No, no, no. I didn't. Sorry.
So if you are a digital marketer, right, and
Yeah.
you did digital marketing, so what's your plan? You want to pursue your career in digital marketing or like only marketing one?
Earlier, I thought of pursuing in digital marketing, but
Okay.
now I am open to exploring other domains of MBA. Actually, not particularly marketing, but I am inclining towards finance and operations,
So what you did in graduation?
mechanical engineering.
So if you did mechanical engineering in
Yeah.
graduation, and now you are thinking that I can pursue my career in finance, that
Yeah.
would be a challenge,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't know the A and B of finance,
Yeah.
right? You don't know the golden rules. You don't have any knowledge in finance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be a very tough challenge to you. And I believe that will be your, might be a mistake because you have a background of engineering, right? And that
Yeah.
way, which stream you have?
Mechanical.
Mechanical. See, there's no way if you have did that, in CS, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you can consider the finance and you can go to the this analytical part one, right, in finance or modeling one. But in modeling, you also need knowledge of finance,
Yeah.
financial modeling. Even in you are going to budgeting, then also you have to be very knowledgeable about the finance one, accounting part. So, in my opinion, you have to go with the marketing one. And as you have a background of engineering, right?
Yeah.
Then you can pursue your career in analytical path after adding some Python and like so dual specialization, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
can do dual specialization as a major one with the marketing and with the finance or BI, right?
Okay.
BA, or you can go with the BA one, business analytical part. So that will help you to do not in a marketing job, but in to pursue your career in the analytical part, business analytical part, where you have to research on the market and you have to work on the data, big data, you can say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that will be helpful.
So
Not sure.
what about operations?
Yeah, that will do helpful. That's what I'm saying, right? If you choose marketing with a
Yeah. Yeah.
BA part, you can go with operational part as well, where you can use Sigma, table, Tableau, R, SQL, Python,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? That would help you pursue your career with a long future
Okay.
and a promising future. But if you're choosing finance, that would be a little tricky and complete. I don't know whether all other companies will hire. Consider you. I'm not saying hire. We consider you or not.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I face these things, right?
Okay.
I want to pursue my career in my marketing, right? Though I have a
Yeah.
good knowledge of in finance, but I was into the marketing one. But my consultant said, no, why you are choosing marketing? You are a
Okay.
finance guy, and if you want a promising career in your life, so go with the finance because you have a knowledge of finance, right? So
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say here, like, suppose you are doing a business, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have knowledge of that thing,
Yeah.
then you will hire up high rated employees, right? To
Yeah.
be successful in that business. But
Yes.
if you have a knowledge of that business, what you're doing right now, then you
Yes.
don't have the high paid employees or high dollar values employees, right? You just need
Okay.
your vision, your knowledge to establish this practice. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So always choose career for that part where you are confident and you have knowledge of that part,
Okay.
right? Because you didn't, have any exposure in finance, you don't have any certification in finance, you don't know the golden rules of the finance, the basic one, then how
Hmm.
you can pursue or convince a person to hire you after MBA?
Okay.
And I'm telling you that this is a very tough decision you have to make. Right? That depends on you that how you want to pursue your career. Otherwise, if you crack that or SCAT and you got the admission in IAM or this Xavier and you
Yeah.
are going for the finance, right?
Yeah.
You will get the placement, you will get the placement, but what about the after placement
Okay. Yeah. Growth.
growth? You will be stuck on the one that position where I saw many people. I saw my friend, like they are, he's in Amazon right now, right?
Okay.
But my lots of friends hired from the Amazon part. The thing is, only 1 or 2% is still in that position, that level, when they are hired. Like they hired for the level 4, and they are still in level 4, while the other ones are, they are in level 5, level 4, and they have a package of 22 lakhs, 30 lakhs, or 15 lakhs. But the person who didn't choose wisely, right,
Yeah.
the career is stuck on that level 4, and he is only getting 8 lakhs, while other of the associate or colleagues who joined Amazon with them, they are getting like 15 plus or 22 plus salary. So that's the difference why you have to choose your career and company wisely.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you are choosing finance so you will get the big four company, right?
No. 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 Not for that.
So if you are if you are going to pursue your career in finance, then you have to aim that I have to work for the big four one.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, like I developed interest in finance over a period of time, like last couple of months and so. So I
Okay.
was not sure about if I am going to do an like specialization in finance. I thought of doing a specialization in marketing and operations and like minor in finance.
Yeah, that's what I told you earlier, right? You can choose dual specialization. The
Yeah.
college offer like JB. I guess JB is not doing that dual
Yeah.
specialization part, right?
No. No. No.
It's not giving you offering you, right? So see, in my opinion, you have to choose your career
Yeah.
wisely,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you that if you want to pursue a promising career and growth, then you go for the marketing one and choose marketing with BA as a minor, which will
Okay.
help you. And you will get the job. I'm not guarantee you, but I'm assuring you will get the job from the big four, like ENY or Deloitte or PwC or this KPMG, right?
Okay. So like the end goal
So
is to become employable.
yes, yes, like you're aware with the current situations, current
Yeah.
scenario of the
Yeah.
market, right?
Yeah.
So why they will hire you while they have better finance guy
Yeah.
who have experience, who have certifications, who have everything,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So let's come to the part of the this PI. So they will ask you this kind of question that why you pursue your career in finance while you have a get graduation in
Mechanical.
mechanical engineer, you have a background of engineering, and you did masters in finance. Why?
Oh, yeah.
You have to be sure. Then what will you answer?
Like I just said, I developed an interest and I wanted to explore.
So you developed an interest in finance.
Yeah.
So tell me, what incident you have faced that your interest grown up for the finance, not towards the marketing?
Yeah.
While
So
you have a very good career in marketing, right? But still you are choosing choose finance. Why?
uh,
What happened?
so actually, when I was working as a digital marketing associate, after a couple of
Okay.
months, I thought of starting investing in mutual funds. So
Okay.
I looked online and studied about mutual fund a little. So I got to know that mutual fund and stocks, the basic difference is mutual fund is managed by professional managers, and in directly investing in market stocks, you have to invest on your own risk. So there is no expert advice on that. So I thought of exploring about stocks, and I got into this YouTube lectures and all. So I was completely indulged into learning that, and gradually I developed an interest about finance and thought of exploring it as a career option.
So you mentioned, so the Kushi, if you have any question regarding this, like the way I'm asking or the question which I'm asking, right? So might be it will help you as well at the time of facing PI, that why you have choose this stream while you have different background, right? So if you have any doubts, you can ask in between, right? So Sudhanshu, you said that while investing on stocks, you explore more in the stocks and you gradually, gain the interest in the finance part, right? But my question is, why finance? You can work for them, right? Work in a stock market as an engineer as well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
as a portfolio manager,
yeah,
because I believe that you are a good with number.
yeah,
You said that you have mechanical background, so I believe that
yes.
used to with the numbers. Then why finance? You can go with the marketing one and work as an investment manager or portfolio manager and give them a perfect shot of the you know that you have to invest. You can invest on this stock. You can go to this invest
Yeah, yeah. Market
stock.
analytics.
Like, yes, then why finance? Still
Yeah.
have a question. Why
So
finance?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I still won't have a legitimate degree or I would say formal education about finance. So the next degree I am going to pursue was an MBA. So eventually I thought I should pursue the degree in finance.
Okay, that's not
But
very
yeah,
convincing,
yeah,
but
you
it's
are.
fine. I can agree with that. That you have gradually generated your interest in finance and you thought that okay, if I'm going to be, if I'm going to be an MBA, so I'll go for the finance one. Okay, good. But what do you think that the you are better from the rest of the candidate we have? We have lots of candidates who have relevant experience, relevant certifications, and they are. We believe that they will fit in our company very well. Then why would I hire you?
So this is a question from the recruiter or from the.
Yes, yes, they
Okay,
will
okay, okay.
ask you. They will ask you this kind of question. That why would I hire you? What kind of uh, extra knowledge you have from the rest of the other candidates who have applied here or who are sitting outside the my office. Why should I
Yeah,
hire you?
apart from the traditional financial knowledge that those other guys have with finance certifications, having an engineering background gives me an edge over the analytical part of it.
But we are not have hiring for the analytical one.
Yeah, but I know the
You
profiling
you
of.
you saw the JD, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I guess you know that we are not hiring for the analytical part.
Yeah.
Then why you are here?
And I'm not going in for the analytical part. I'm going in for the finance part with an extra knowledge about analytical.
See, you were saying things, right? Things right, but sometimes what happens? The recruiters are
Yeah.
rigid, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
are not going to be, easily convinced what you're saying. They will say, we don't have use of anything analytical one in this role.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Why we would give you the 6 lakhs package or 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs package? Well, we can hire a proper finance guy, which is more knowledgeable and suitable for this role. So these kind of questions you will have to face if you choose the finance one. And this part, they will ask you these questions.
okay.
So I'm only suggesting you that if you are going to the finance, get a deep knowledge of finance. If you have a keen interest to know what is finance, because what about in marketing, right? You just have to convince a person, right,
Yeah,
by yourself. You don't have to show anything. You just have, if you have a good power to convince someone, you will convince
yeah,
them, and you will sell the product, or you will convince them to purchase your product or purchase your campaign or anything,
yeah,
right? But in finance, what happened? You have to convince your whole bunch of people, right? With your data,
yeah,
with your knowledge of the finance,
yeah.
and you have to prove that this data is correct from the other one. Suppose you said that, okay, Khushi, you have a snap tomorrow, so I guess you have a lot to prepare, right? So
I will say something, Tanvir, that let's take some questions from Kusis and then we'll go.
yes, okay. So Danshu, you don't have anything tomorrow, right? I believe.
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, I'm
So
free.
let's. I guess Khushi has. So Khushi, if you have any question right now regarding the PI, you can ask. And let's start with you. That what kind of career you want in your life, like what you're going for, like finance or marketing.
Yes, actually, I am not currently sure about it. I have not discovered anything yet. I was not even sure to do MBA. I just give the exam. So I
Okay,
could
so
read for any of these finance or marketing. I'm
what you
more
did in graduation? In which stream did you done your graduation?
electronics.
Huh?
Electronics engineering.
Electronics engineering, right? So you're not sure that what career you want to choose in your future, right? So by
Yes.
when you are going to make this, you know, by when you're thinking that by when I'll select, okay, I'll have to choose marketing or finance, or I'll pursue my career on this path or this one. By then, I guess you have the snap tomorrow, or you give it the cat one, right?
What? Can you
You have
repeat?
appeared for the cat.
Yes, yes, I have been get.
Okay. So you are planning to go for symbiosis, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you yet not planned anything. Okay, that's fine. Take time. So Kushi, you have anything to ask with me from me so that you can ask, or you can join by tomorrow or from next week
What
onwards.
what can be the what can be a good answer for like what why do you want to do MBA?
To grow, to furnish my future, right? To furnish my career. Everyone wants a managerial guy with a good knowledge of whatever it is. Whether if you are going for finance or if you're going for engineering, analytical part, you can add on that part. And I want to achieve something in my life, and which cannot be possible just doing the simple graduation, because lots of my friends or lots of lots of students did graduation and doing job, but they didn't pursue that kind of career which I want to be in my life. You can add this. You can add something extra logical, right? Not illogical one word, logical words, and the conventional sentence that you are convinced to do MBA. Why are you convinced to do MBA? Then only you can, convince the other person that okay, she was sure about the MBA, why she had to do MBA, right? If you're not sure that why I have to do MBA, then how you can convey or convince a person that the MBA is good choice for me? Why
Yes.
you're doing MBA?
Yes.
You saw something right in MBA that by doing MBA, I'll be working for this company or be working for that company, and I'm earning this kind of this much of money in my life, or I'll be living like luxurious life if I'll do MBA from the better college or eighth grade college, right?
Yes.
So you have to be sure first that why you are doing MBA. Then only you can convince the other person. Otherwise, it they will count you that you are faking if you are not sure.
Yes.
Whatever you say to the other person, say it confidently that you are owning this word. You are meaning that words, right? The words you are saying to them, you own them. You are believe that in words, right? Otherwise, there's no way. It's just like a rattu tota, right? रट्टा मार ले हो जाएगा तेरा ऐसा नहीं करना है right. You don't have to do ratta things. First you have to understand and you have to be convinced yourself that why I'm doing MBA, and I'm doing MBA for this reason, and no one can going to change this reason, right?
Yes. Okay.
Right, Sudhanshu? Whatever saying, just say it with confidence and say it like you own it and you are believing that it that words, right? Whatever you say doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So confidence is a very first
Key factor.
that yes, to crack any or convince any person. You saw like lots of marketer guy uh, came to your house or in the market, that how they are convincing whether their product is not good as they are saying, right? But they're convincing the other person that yes, my product is good. You saw
Yeah.
the ad like Fair and Lovely or other kind of beauty creams, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why we are purchasing them? Because we believe that those words, right?
Yeah.
That's what kind of belief you have to generate in yourself first one,
Yeah.
firstly, then you can convince the other person. And you can sometimes in ad they show a emotional part, right? But don't go with the emotions part. You have to be logical,
Yeah.
right, Kushi? The more you logical, the more you will be confident. See, I faced lots of PIs in my college and during my jobs, so I know that how other person feel when he is asking the questions, or how the other person feeling, right? When
Yeah.
they got attacked without that kind of questions, right? I believe you will face that kind of situation. Sometimes you don't have words what to say right now, but you gradually you build the sentence or you understand the words what he is what the other person wanted to know from your side, right? So basically, what happened? The person, when hiring someone, they wanted to know that the person or wanted to hear what they are thinking, not the other person, not what you're thinking. That doesn't matter. What they are thinking, what they are believing in, they want to hear that thing only, right? It
Okay.
happens sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you have to convince them, no, you are right, but I'm also right. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you're wrong, but I'm also right. So never, cut their questions or try to defend their questions or your answer, but give them a logical reason to believe in them, right?
Yeah.
So it's the creativity, the way you are answering the questions or tackling the questions, what they're asking, or the way you create the answers, right? So
Hmm.
that will help. You have to create your all sudden. I'm not saying that you have to prepare yourself. Okay, if he will ask this question, I'll give this answer. You can give that kind of answer only in some particular questions, like introduce yourself or take me through your CV, right?
Okay.
Though they have your CV, but they
Yeah.
wanted to know from you that what you know about your CV, what you put in the CV. They actually you mean that, or you just fake it. You just written down in your CV and give it to them, and you don't know about the what you have written down in the CV,
Yeah.
right? Right, Kushi? So first, in these kind of questions, you can go the things that okay, I put this thing, right? And you can accordingly tell them this is my CV, and I okay, I guess Kushi left. Fine. Sudhanshu, so tell me any other questions or any other things you wanted to know regarding the PI?
Um, Not specifically about the PI. So I wanted to ask about GD. How often is
Okay.
it that the hot topics are given in GD as compared to the regular topics?
See, sometimes some college, it depends on the college as well, or the
Okay.
faculty who is taking the GD. Sometimes they are more interested in the current topics, what's going around you, whether you know it, whether you have the fact or not, right?
Okay.
Sometimes they just wanted to know the knowledge of yours regarding the history, that what happened in the past. Do you have any knowledge, or what will you have done if you have that place, right?
Okay.
So, my opinion, you have to be ready with the you know fact part.
Okay.
Suppose someone is saying that Modi government did not did the wrong things, did the right things. Then
Okay. Okay.
why someone is saying that Modi did the wrong thing by applying that agriculture bill,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And why all of a sudden they revoke it, the government revoke it.
Okay.
So you can talk emotionally, but if you have to convince other, you have to be sure with the facts.
Facts. Yeah.
Show them the fact that what data are saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
not what I'm saying, what your opinion is, other opinion saying. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. The faculty count the fact thing, that how
Hmm.
much data you have provided in those 2 minutes or 1 minute of window.
Okay. So like everything I say should be backed by data.
Yes, yes. The data will save you, and
Okay.
gradually they forced these data, forced the faculty to give you more marks, and
Yeah.
they improve knowledge. Okay, if he's talking with the data, that means he has full knowledge of this thing, right?
Okay. Okay.
And if you are showing me, okay, this no no no, ये ऐसे हो सकता था, अरे नहीं ऐसे हो सकता था, नहीं नहीं ऐसे, this doesn't count. These doesn't count anything. Okay, there's like okay, he's just saying on the कि उसने कहीं सुन लिया, उसने कहीं पढ़ लिया, उसने पढ़ा नहीं, उसने कहीं सुन लिया, कहीं देख लिया, किसी ने बोल दिया. So avoid these things. Show them data and data from the trusted source. Like
Yeah.
you have got the data from the Bloomberg, ET, right? The economical science or like
Yeah.
the Hindus,
Economist.
Times of India, Money Control,
Yeah.
right? So these are the facts. These are the data. Where these are the trusted sites or trusted window where you can search the data for all the financials one or the marketing or the any other news, right? If we talk about the Aaj Tak, right? So everyone knows how Aaj Tak present the things or
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
any news channel, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
But the site, the normal site, that's a trusted site like in Google, right?
Yeah.
If you say that I have the number from the money control and the number is showing this, then how can you are saying that those numbers are correct,
Okay.
right? So they don't have any other attacking point or tackling point. They have to convince themselves that okay, is he has the data and from the trusted source, then he's saying the right thing, right? Why
Yeah.
they are conducting GD, the main topic, why they are conducting GD.
Uh, Basically, to know what the perspective of each candidate. How are they
Yes,
extremely opinionated or they are more analytical thinkers? That kind of thing.
exactly. Opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Opinion only count when you show the fact.
Yeah.
You can mold the fact. You can mold the data according yourself to convince the other person, like you are saying something right, something correct, right?
Yeah.
Something powerful. You are not giving a speech, so you don't have to be emotional to connect
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
audience, right? You are proving yourself that
Yeah.
I know better than you guys,
Okay.
right? So if you are giving that speech, right, then you can give them with the emotional touch, some facts, some jumlas, right?
Yeah.
But when you are convincing other people on the factorial part, right, then you have to be a very factful with the data and the history that why it occurs and what would happen if that thing would never happen, right? अगर
Okay.
वो चीज नहीं होता तो ये चीज कभी नहीं होता. अगर वो नहीं करता sorry. So I guess you have that the mandir issues, right? In Kerala, I guess, where women were not allowed.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you are
Yeah. Yeah.
right. So why did it happen? Why the priest say that no women are allowed during the menstruations or like one? While the
Okay.
Devi, the temple is all about the woman, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Goddess.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
they are not allowed? So here you can say that some factual part, the history of that mandir, why the
Yeah.
mandir, why the temple, built
Yeah. The
back
belief of
in
the region.
exactly the women come first,
Yeah.
whether it is their menstrual parts or not, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You have to, and you will not get that kind of time to search this on Google or in, So I'll tell you that if you want to prepare for the GD,
Yeah.
There's lots of videos in YouTube available for the current topics.
Okay.
Like one of the example is Dhruv Rathi,
Yeah.
right?
So how current should I go? Like 1 year back or couple of years back?
See, mainly they wanted to know your knowledge in current situation
Okay.
scenarios. Okay, so I believe 1 or 2 year back that would be enough.
Okay. Okay.
The main topics they will not ask you why Brexit regarding the Brexit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
already happened back in 2016 or 2015, right? They
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
ask you, or they will not ask you about the GST why GST is good or not,
Yeah.
right?
And demonetizations also now subsided. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
also not there.
They will ask you about the Syria crisis. They will ask you
Okay.
about Taliban.
Taliban.
They will
Yeah.
ask you about the Russian crisis.
Yeah. The medical like budget of India during the COVID.
Yes, the budgeting part,
Yeah.
the that why India failed or why the COVID happened,
Yeah.
right? And what
Mhm.
were the situations for the migrants,
Yeah.
for the
Afghani migrants.
yes, right? They
Okay.
will ask you this kind of current scenarios. They will not going to ask you the history one.
Okay.
Okay, so prepare with these things, which is more logical and more,
Yeah, it's better to be appropriate than going blindly.
exactly. That will help you to stand out in the crowd. That will show your leadership.
Yeah.
And believe me, if you're doing MBA, you must believe in leadership, not in a
Yeah, yeah.
no
Not in a follower's position.
bossy. Yes,
Mhm.
right. So these are the things. Anything, any other thing you want to know about G?
Any other like pointers you would like to share?
Keep it short.
Yeah.
You don't have to, give, you know, uh, paragraph. You
Yeah.
don't have to give the answer in paragraphs.
So
Keep it short.
I
Keep
need
it
to
fact.
also show that I am giving other people time to speak,
Yeah, they will
not
interrupt you in
allowing.
between.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I get
They
it.
will
I get it.
interrupt you in between. But that's the wrong way.
Yeah.
But that's the wrong way. If someone is saying something, let them complete,
Yeah.
right? And if they are not, stopping by themselves, then
Yeah.
just interrupt in between that. Okay, but I'm not agree with that line. You can say
Okay.
this,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
my friend. I'm not agree with you on this particular line. In my opinion, in my fact, as I know these things, you can add on from there. You can start talking. They will gradually, close their mouth, or they will not speak you in between after that. If you interrupt between, there is a, you can say the way you are
Yeah.
interrupting them. Suppose you
Yeah.
are saying something, and all of a sudden someone said, no, 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 no. You
Oh
don't
yeah.
have to be loud.
Loud and abrupt also.
Yes, and you don't have to be low as well.
Okay.
You just have to be normal, like you are talking with some person or in a group. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you're, uh, rising your pitch, then rise in a way. You must heard about the way of speaking, the speech,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Suppose if you are saying something, जैसे हम हिंदी बोलते हैं, यार ये क्यों
हाँ.
कर रहा है,
Yeah.
राइट?
Yeah.
क्यों कर रहा है? हम जोर दे रहे हैं क्यों पे? And
क्यों पे?
अब इंग्लिश होता है, why are you doing this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to do this. So the way of speaking, speech, the
हाँ.
tone,
Hmm.
where you have to put the pressure
Yeah.
on which word,
Yeah. Yeah.
you have to work on these things so that
Okay.
the person the who is taking your GD or noting the
Points
giving you the
and
marks
yeah.
or detail things,
Hmm.
they will know, okay, he has knowledge, he knows how to speak in between, he knows to pressurize the words, right?
Yeah.
And raising his voice accordingly. And some people like, you know what? I was telling this and I was telling this. They are just raising their voice
Like
properly,
yelling.
right? Yes, they are yelling
Yeah.
to each other. You
Uh,
don't have to do that thing. I saw many people, and sometimes when they are yelling, na, you're like, why they are yelling, man?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yelling
yeah. I
at each
felt
other,
that.
right? We are discussing something.
Yeah.
We are not fighting here, right? We are not here to fight. We just here to discuss things. So if someone is, yelling each other, shouting each other to them or someone, you can gradually, interrupt them. My friend, I guess we are discussing something, and you don't have to yell at someone or shout someone. We can
Yeah.
sit and talk normally, like others doing, or like the friends, the group of a bunch of friends discussing something on some topic. That's it.
Mm.
Or like someone is trying to say something, but he's not very confident to say in the public, or they have public fear, a stage fear. So sometimes what happens? Many people back out, right?
Mm.
Though they have knowledge, they have that person with the fact, but sometimes they have a stage fear or a public fear. They back out
Okay.
when the people start shouting
Yeah, yeah,
or yelling at each other, right? That's how, see, I felt myself because I was the one who, don't like to speak in with the groups or like in a public in stage.
yeah. Hmm.
But right now I'm good, but still I'm facing something. So those people are like very dangerous. They can, so what you can do that, suppose you are discussing something, right? And you saw that a person is, facing some challenges to speak in between. You
Yeah.
can point
Encourage
out
them.
them. Yeah, you can point out, okay, I guess you have uh, something to say.
Yeah.
Why you're not saying something? You can say. So that also, give you marks here.
Yeah, yeah,
That show your what characteristics.
yeah,
Okay, he's a person with knowledge, with a character, right? And he has the ability to hold a group,
yeah,
right? And he can encourage the person who is, uh, fearing to speak in stage or anything, or who can't speak. So that will show your leadership there. The
yeah.
GD is just not a GD. It's kind of, it's
Like
a base.
assessment.
Yes, how the person is,
Yeah,
how he can, assemble the group or take the lead or encourage the person, or how he can convince a person or a group or bunch of people.
yeah.
They assess everything, right?
Right, right.
Like, see, sometimes what happen in companies when they're hiring, they don't do the analytical part or the aptitude part. They take only GD and PI. Why? Basically, these things happen in marketing company, the
Okay.
company which came for the marketing position, right? Why they are taking GD, not the aptitude part
Because
or the versatile round?
I believe it shows how good they are around and with people and able to control a situation.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the main point why they are conducting the GD,
Yeah,
right? They wanted to know the person they are hiring, whether
yeah,
he is good in convincing people, he is making loud, sounding loud, not with the tone, but
yeah,
with the fact, with their characteristics, with their leadership skills, right? Whether he has the ability to run a crowd or not,
yeah,
or he just a guy of the followership. Like someone tells something and he is working like a labor, starting working with the labor like a labor. So they don't want to hire those kind of person.
okay.
Mainly the big companies. like Amazon, like Flipkart, like Unilever, Colgate. They don't want like Dabur. They don't want to hire those kind of labor person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why they will give that much of that kind of package to a person who is just
Ready to listen everything and ask nothing.
yes, they can hire 12 grade person
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
that rate,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
They are looking for someone who is
With a certain
more,
character.
yes, character, more capabilities with the leadership quality, right?
Yeah.
That's why they are coming to your B school.
Yes.
So these are the main points which you have to keep in mind while attending GD and PIs,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
Just keep in mind that if you have a fact, even in PIs, if you have a fact, you can convince the person,
Yeah.
right? So that's it from my end.
Thank you very much, Tanveer.
Thank you.
I hope Sudhanshu got some clarity about the GDI and PI, right, Sudhanshu?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
So tomorrow we'll be doing a session on VAT with some different
Yeah.
persons. And thank you very much, Tanveer, once again for joining us.
Thanks, Sudanshu, and thanks, sir. I'll
Thank
connect
you
with you.
guys.
Thank you, everyone. So we are ending the
Thank you.
sessions, right? Thank you.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Thank you.